Welcome everyone. Welcome to Peale. On this beautiful Sunday morning. It's a very lovely fall morning. Temperatures are very moderate here in Dallas. Actually north of Dallas, but Dallas is good enough. Close enough. So today we're going to take a yin practice. So I have some cushions that I brought with me to help facilitate the yin practice. Yin is a still yoga practice. So it's relaxing, it's calming, you get to hold the pose and just see what shows up for the day. So I have just a big pillow cushion that is from my house, the sofa. And I have two little smaller cushions in case I need. So it's a very supportive practice as well. So we will start practice. You need to collect your things, go right ahead. If you're not taking any, using any cushions, then you're good to go. So here we are. Find a comfortable sit first. Probably won't have any music today. I need another device. I have 3 on right now. I need to bring more, I suppose. So just find comfortable sit, close the eyes. Just observe how the body feels today. Check in with your mind, check in with your breath. And then remind yourself, when you observe yourself in your yoga practice, we do this without judgment. Leave the emotional mind outside of the observation. So keeping the eyes closed, just use your ears. Listening to sound is a nice way to tune in or focus the mind. Hands at the heart, one Om, big breath. Namaste. So our first pose, we will start lying flat on our backs. If you want to feel more supported here, When you lie flat, you get a little bit of a back bend. If that is something that is not comfortable for you, take your cushions underneath your knees. You can take any height of the cushion that you like, whatever is comfortable. I'm going to take them high just to see if I like the way that they feel. So try to make it your intention today to be able to lie in stillness with calm of mind. We'll bring our focal point to breath. Breath has many parts. We have an in breath. We have an out breath. We also have a retention of breath at the top of the in breath. So retain the breath, 1, 2, 3 seconds. Then release the breath, out breath, and suspend the breath at the bottom, 1, 2, 3 seconds. So observe the breath moving up and down. Observe your rib cage and lungs expanding out and coming back to center. Place from here is to move into a ball shape. You can use your pillows to help you with your ball shape if you like. So what it looks like without the pillows, of course, are knees into the belly. You can use the hands to hold the knees still. You just let the body soften here. You can also help the tuck, getting the pillow underneath the pelvis. And here, the legs just stay a little bit more comfortably over the belly or the abdomen, and you can catch on more easily. And just take rest here. This actually feels quite good because I'm using less energy to facilitate this shape. So it's even more relaxing. So we're not going to hold the poses incredibly long today. Just maybe a couple to a few minutes. Maybe some will linger a little bit longer than others. I'm just simply going by how I feel and how my body responds to each pose or each shape that we make here. You can do the same. The next from here is a twist. So for this twist, you can also use your pillow. If twisting is a challenge for you, you can take both, one for the earth to let the knees fall and relax, and you can adjust the pillow to your liking. You can also take another for inside of the knees, and this is very relaxing. Just as you go along, resting here, you can remove pillows or add pillows. Just try to be as restful as you possibly can. Twisting, I like to linger a little bit longer just to see what the hips, pelvis, lower spine do. Once I get to a place of ease, I just start to remove the pillows. What you notice over time, from holding a pose, things do start to show up. You start to feel different sensations here and there. It's actually quite nice to be still and just observe the body. When we're moving through a vinyasa practice, you still can observe, but you don't let the body kind of sit in a pose, at least not for too long. When you get to sit in a pose, that's when a little bit of learning, or if you don't like the word learning, observing is a perfectly fine word. The body just becomes more enhanced because you get to feel all kinds of different sensations, which would not happen in a moving practice. At least definitely not to this degree. even while holding a pose, you notice you start to let go, you get to a new place. It seems like you have to let go again, right? So this continuing letting go cycle in a pose when certain things start to show up. These things, you'll notice you'll get to like this resistance place. And then you let go, the body relaxes and softens. Then you find this other place of resistance. And you let go again. Preparing for the other side. Come back the knees into the belly. And take a breath before you shift into the other side. And remember how you started. If you started with pillows, bring the pillows in. Sometimes you start to lose the mind because of the relaxation that comes in. The more relaxed you get, the more you let go of your mind as well. It's just all part of yoga. Learning to let go. Remember our intention for today, at least my intention for you with this practice, is to find calm and relaxation no matter what. Plus, space within the body, but we're coming from a relaxed place or a calmed place. Each movement does have a purpose. Also trying to find contentment with each movement. And the ability to let go within each movement. So for me on this side, twisting left, letting the legs twist left. If we were in chair pose, this would be a right side twist because the torso is twisting right while the legs are stationary. But here on the earth, the torso is stationary and the legs, the lower body, are doing the twist. So I'm considering the leg direction. So for me, legs moving left twist is a challenge. I feel like I have a little tilt, like a chiropractic adjustment is needed. And I practiced a lot of yoga as of Oh, it's been a few months now. Daily yoga, sometimes twice a day, sometimes even 3 times a day, just depending on my schedule. Of course, I adjust if the body tells me I need to within the practice. Sometimes I don't give 100%, sometimes I give more, right? With this practice, it is a restful practice. So even though my body is doing something, the intention is a little different. But still, coming back to the adjustment, sometimes we need extra. Right? Sometimes you learn things about yourself and you can tell, I have extra resistance in my hamstrings or my glutes or my hips on the right side. Previous injuries or whatnot. So it requires a little bit more attention. Other modalities like acupuncture or massage or chiropractic adjustment, you know where I'm going. To kind of help the body find its full potential, it's the physical potential in yoga practice or your asana practice. I'm starting to feel a different sensation. This one feels deep. Because I feel the sensation actually into the inner thigh on the right. That's something that I've been dealing with for a little bit there. It's hard to find the time for everything. Getting ready to move. Time to come back, knees into the belly. Again, take a moment here. We're going to rock ourselves up. Okay, start to bring in the big cushion. So this is my favorite part. Is the big cushion. I'm going to take one leg at a time. Hip flexor stretch. Okay. Half heroes, half saddle. Take your name. All the same. So I could tell I'm tight since we've only done shavasana and ball and 2 twists, right? Which have neither of those have done anything to lengthen this quadricep. So now I'm going to start to lean back on my pillow, and I may start with some extra help from my other little pillows. Let me try just one. Because I want to be able to do this from a place of relaxation. Oh, that's not bad. So this is very relaxing. You can take the arms however you want to take them. If you want more open heart, you take the arms up. And if you want to balance out your pelvis a little bit more, your straight left leg, you can plant the foot. And this is definitely more of a saddle at this point. And you'll probably notice that you'll fidget in this stretch because we're stretching very strong muscles, the hip flexors, the quadriceps. These muscles like to sprint. They like to go fast. They like to jump quick, sprinting movements. So they're short fibers. But we're saying, no, I want to stretch out these fibers, which is what we're doing. We're lengthening them. So that's the resistance. It's quite interesting. And if you have any other type of injuries, like for me, I'm right-handed, right-sided. Essentially, I'm right side dominant. So I've plagued this ankle a little bit to the point of I have a little alignment issues with my ankle and my knee, all the way up to an inner glute that I have trouble with a little bit, even the knee. So right now I feel my ankle more than anything, almost getting a little bit of tingly there. So I'm hitting a nerve spot. Just going to stay with it to see if it will move past, or is this something that I need to change positions of my foot? And now, of course, I feel my knee. Oh, the struggle is real. So we probably won't stay too much longer here. All right, coming up, prepare to change sides. Now my left side, of course, feels fantastic when I take this stretch. Right side does not. So just take a moment before you get ready to switch sides, because you may be the opposite of me. You may have right side feels fantastic, and then you come into the left and you're like, ah. See, that's how it is. Try to find as close as we can to balance. And that sometimes we might not be gifted the full balance. And that's okay. As long as we feel good overall, I think it's a win-win. Finding your other side. And This one's just nice and comforting. This side. So just for the sake of balance, I'll take the arms up since I did before. Interesting note. So as I've been moving through these hip flexor stretches or holds, the saddles, my mind is anxious now. My mind is saying, get out. So now I need to bring my mind back down to calm and relaxation, which of course I'm on the left side, which is my easier side. So it should be a little bit easier to find that calm and relaxation. So let's focus on breath again. The in breath. A little retention at the top. The out breath. Expansion at the bottom. And again. Take too long focusing on breath alone to find that relaxed state of mind again. So now I could probably stay on this side forever, but we're not going to. So we're going to start to move up out of this pose, releasing both legs. So the next one is the most challenging. We'll take both legs. See how that goes. So first, take your pose. You can roll the calf out only if that feels comfortable for you. Check in with your feet and heels. Your relationship to your hips. See if everything is kind of pointing in the same direction. So, not necessarily ready for a lean back yet, but you might be already ready for a lean back. And if you are, please go right ahead and start to lean back. Challenge is real. So I'm trying to keep my pelvis pointed a little bit more upright because it's more comfortable than letting my pelvis flatten here. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. You need to lengthen your legs a minute, which I think I will. Ooh. Okay. So then from here, dragonfly just kind of makes sense after that pose. So dragonfly has wide legs like Upavishta. And to support myself in this pose, my nice comfy pillow. So this one is fantastic because if you're fairly open already, or you get to do this thing here, which is fantastic because you still get to feel space happening and you get to rest. So if you're ready, it's just so fantastic. It's like sleeping and stretching at the same time. Oh, it's amazing. So here I'm not doing anything with my legs. I'm not giving them any energy. I'm just taking this from a place of just essentially that, like sleep. So when you're moving into sleep, what happens? Your intention is to be relaxed. Your intention is to quiet the mind. You're trying to move into those deeper states of contentment or relaxation or calm. All the words are similar. And just see what happens. It's so fantastic. Like literally, I can probably sleep like this and be okay. Sometimes when you sleep in funny positions, your arm might fall asleep or something like that. But this is one of those that it's just everything is still free. I'm not impacting anything. So if I were to fall asleep like this, and well, unless the pillow went flat, then that might be interesting. But because it's not going to do that, this would be great. So for me in this pose, I can touch belly to floor for this pose. But my right side inner thigh, remember that deep, when I was in the twist, I noticed the inner thigh plaguing me, and it's been bothering me for quite some time. It's something deep within the right side hip. Normally I feel it here. I don't really feel anything right now. But then again, I'm higher up than usual. But I'm starting to feel my inner thigh start to get some stretch there. So we'll see where this goes. So remember, when you're coming into this, you're trying to feel, you want to be able to let go. So use as many pillows as you can to get to that place of just relaxation. It's a different way of stretching. It's fantastic. Oh. Something else to think about is that we are with a turned neck. So you may want to turn the neck the other way, because that does adjust your traps and your rhomboids, neck muscles. So turning the other way is something that you should do, which I will now. And this side's even better. Okay. So just for the sake of time, because I would love to stay here longer, but I know you don't want to stay here longer. So we're going to add on a child's pose with the same fold. So making room for the pillow is big toes touching in the back, sitting on the heels. Bring in your pillow. Yep. And oh, this is so fantastic too. This is like the perfect size pillow. It's long. It's fantastic. remember two things. We're still in the neck twist, so we do have to turn the head the other way. And then also remember your intention. Make this like sleep. What do you do when you sleep? You let go, relax, calm. So make sure you turn your head. Okay. We're going to move into a pigeon stretch, but let's give our knees a break first before we go into the pigeon. Pigeon, you get a lot of hip and a lot of knees. So just let the legs straighten wherever you want to. Also kind of check in with your body. Okay. Pigeon. I think it might have another name in the end, but I can't remember what it is. So we have one leg bent in the front, and it can be bent at all kinds of degrees. If you're still kind of very new to yoga, your angle with your leg bones is going to be none or less. Yeah, it's easier on the knee and the hip. And then we let the other leg be long. And then here in the front, we have opportunity to rest on top of something. Right. Even your hip on the right, you can pick up the hip and add a pillow underneath the hip, even all the way through, if you like, and kind of balance the pelvis out. And then one in the front to rest. And this is not too shabby right here. If you're used to taking a half pigeon, it can be a very strong stretch, but this right here is very relaxing. And remember your neck twist. Yeah, much more relaxed stretch for the pin. Much more relaxed.
And again, I could probably sleep in this pose. It's good if you start finding that all the poses tend to feel that comfortable. You know what I mean? Where the sleep would be so easy to take. Your mind's in a good place. Well, body too, but definitely the mind is relaxed. But we should change to the other side for the sake of time. Okay. So I'm just going to change legs. I'm not going to turn around. So you'll get a other side perspective of what's going on here. So remember, I went ahead and went with the less angle of the legs, just because I think relaxation was more of something of a goal for just myself today. And so I can go deeper, but I'm intentionally being more gentle just so I can be in that same state or pattern of mind or relaxation. I'm trying not to have my body move me out of the mind part. Hence, I didn't stay very long in those saddle poses. The hip flexor stretch, so challenging. Okay, so prepare. This side is my struggling side. Let's see if I can find a similar relaxed place. Oh, that's not bad right here. I still feel it more than the other side. So remember focusing on your breath. noticing how the body feels. And if you haven't noticed already, when the body starts to find relaxation or feel good, the mind also starts to find relaxation and feel good. All those things are good. Remember to turn your head if you're turned. It's kind of funny. I bought a clock to help me with time with teaching yoga practices online. So I went to IKEA and I got me this little clock, this little cheap thing, put in a battery. It has yet to tell the right time. It's always behind, or it's, and I'll adjust it. I was like, oh, maybe it's just me, so I'll adjust it. And then I come in, I'm like, this is a brand new clock. It's never done. It doesn't help me, essentially, is what it is. But I'm like, oh, well, I find it, I guess, cute. So I keep this clock that tells me the wrong time all the time. Oh, that's interesting. All right. So we'll be into our last pose. We'll probably keep doing this all day because it's just so relaxing, but last pose. Okay. So we've gone through the hips, the hip flexors, inner thigh, a little bit of hamstrings. We could have took a caterpillar today, but there's always next time. We're going to take a back bend. So this back bend is like a fish. So I'm going to keep my pillow short so I can round my spine over the pillow. So first I'm going to gauge if I want more space than this, right? Because I'm obviously in this back bend. And if I want more back bend, I take more pillow. But let me see if it takes me out of relaxation, because that was fairly relaxed. Let me see. That's not bad. Okay. So you have an option for a tail. And the tail would be the legs for your fish. You can keep your legs just resting straight, or you can make a fin. I guess it's a fin, it's not a tail. So I guess, yeah, that's essentially what it is. You can have a long fin or a short fin. I'm going to try a short fin. I feel a lot of stretch already just with my legs like this. But let's see if I can find a little bit of relaxation. Probably to do so, I would need to use, actually, that's what I'll do. I'll take some of my back bend out of the way to help my knees. And then I can fix my pillow up higher. Okay. So find your fish and take rest. I like the flatter pillow. Much more relaxing. I took a little pillow for my head because this floor is not forgiving. There's no cushion in this carpet. That's a wonderful stretch. And try to keep your head neutral if possible. Eyes up, nose up, chin up. So stay here a little bit longer. And then we're going to release the big pillow and let our spine rest, getting closer to our shavasana, our very first pose. Letting go of my big pillow. Give me my little pillow. It's a very interesting change of sensation for the spine to come back down to the earth. Gives me a lot more stretch in the inner thigh. Let's just hold this. Or would that be more anterior tilt? Or it's the other way around. Posterior tilt. Whichever. You're more than welcome to, of course, end here. Or you can start to move into some shape of Shavasana. Whatever you did last time. Last time I had the pillows underneath my knees. I just let the legs be straighter, not binding the feet. Which takes a little bit of the tension off the inner thigh, actually quite a bit of that tension. So it feels a little bit more relaxing. Again, you're more than welcome to stay here or release the pillows if that's more relaxing for you. Otherwise, we're coming up. Oh, I have a low battery over there. Oh, it's good. We're coming to the end. So just excuse my hair. I'm sure it's pretty right now with the humidity and rolling around on a pillow. So if you're coming up to a comfortable sit again, check back in with how we feel now after practice. Check in with the body, check in with the mind, check in with the breath. Observe. Yeah, just keeping the eyes closed using your ears. Thank everyone for joining me today. I hope this practice served you
relaxation, calm of the mind. It's my intention to offer you today. Feel pretty good. A little bit of space too. Enjoy the rest of your day. Until next time, all my love. Namaste. Go in peace.